Es dürfte ein Rätselspiel sein. Und es kommt mir so vor, als wäre ein Horroraspekt dabei. No one has been to the family cottage since Grandma passed away. After everything that has happened. Perhaps coming here is a fresh start. Tschüss. Ich muss kurz mein Stück Kuchen noch fertig essen. Okay, zurück geht's nicht. Happy Midsummer. Remember to take a right at the junction. Select reply. Oh, das ist cool. And now Dad, I've been here before. Thanks. Where are you and Mom again? It's been years since I have last visited the cottage, but it's not like I would forget. Sei mal nett. Thanks. Where are you, Mom again? Immer Phone dabei weg. Okay. Ich darf da nicht hin. I remember when we walked this way with Grandma. Old Cottage Road. Murky tea. Many Finns have a strong emotional connection. Gibt's das Spiel aber nicht. Deutsch. Nur mal so. Schätze nicht. Kein Problem. Have a strong emotional connection with the road that leads to the cottage. Often linked to pleasant childhood memories and summer holidays spent away from the mundane. The cottage road signals the beginning of relaxation. I remember when I last walked this dirt road. From here I would run barefoot straight into the lake. Ha, I'm too old now. I have wanted to come here for so long. Something has kept me away. Hearing the birds and the wind in the trees makes me hopeful. Slowly I feel my shoulders falling back. Still, the ache in my chest lingers. I can almost see the cottage. Okay. Jump, jawohl. Campt hier jemand? Oh. Rusting away, like my life. Huch! Ich bin Parkourmeister. Runo. Das ist cool. Ach, da kann ich die Kamera benutzen. Beim Handy. Ja, die Grafik ist super. Kann ich da weiter nach hinten oder ist das schon Wand? Ah, ich kann tatsächlich weiter nach hinten. Oh. Doch nicht so weit, okay. Keep an eye out for Grandma's journal. We couldn't find it last fall, but no sweat if you don't find it. She had a knack for hiding stuff. Of course, I hope I find it sooner or later. It will turn up eventually. Relax, Dad, I need to reach the cottage first. When Grandma passed away, it shook something in me. I needed to be here tonight. Waves hit in the pier, wind rustling in the trees. The lake feels inviting. Ja. Sauna door. Maybe later. Ich frage mich, was der Soundtrack ganz ist, dass da kommt. Oh, sorry. Small shed for your business. I would rather not. Outhouse. Woozy. I remember when my small hands could hardly reach the cottage front door handle, pushing the creaky door open and smelling the fresh night air. I always felt that somebody was watching me on a glooming pathway to the outhouse. If the moonlight was just right, the blueberry bushes and the ferns swaying in the night breeze would reveal a small, sparkling gaze within their roots. It would disappear as soon as they turned your head towards it. Never be afraid of the forest, Grandma said. I imagined the pine and birch trees growing a protective canopy over me, and I, the brave explorer, would dive into the silent summer night. The odd engraving on the outhouse door looked scary but felt protective. As a child, I imagined that if I could reach the outhouse from the cottage fast enough, the darkness would not catch me. I wish I could do the same now. Hm. Huch. Ich muss kurz vorausladen. Entschuldigung. Bicycle. Tauno's bicycle. I hope he is having a good time with Dad and Sirpa. Haven't seen him in ages. Okay, sonst ist nicht wirklich was da. Sit. Okay. Open. It's locked. Where's the key again? Container? Only junk here. Grandma's old watering can has been put to good use. Wo haben wir Schlüssel vergraben? Would have been too easy, I guess. Hey, Cousin Turner's old drawing of the area still exists. Okay. Ja. Huch. Machen wir wieder alles sauber. Dann schauen wir kurz, wo wir einen Schlüssel versteckt haben. Kann ja nicht so weit entfernt sein. Vielleicht im Klo. Moment. Kuchenpause. creepy. Oh. Ja. Okay, da darf ich nicht durch anscheinend. Mhm. Da darf ich nichts machen. Sag mal, wo versteckst du denn hier den Schlüssel? Hab sicher irgendwas Auffälliges beim Haus verloren. Vergessen. Ich kann leider nicht rennen. Hm. Da ist kein Schlüssel. Da ist keiner herum drin. Äh. Scheitert beim ersten Rätsel. Der zugewachsen, der wollte. Hidden in a pile of logs. Danke. Und wo? Ach da. There we go. Time to go inside and take a nap. Jetzt holt es auch gleich da oben angefangen. Okay. Finally here. Summer cottage. Kesämöki. A summer cottage in Finland is called a möki. Most of Finns have access to one. Mökis are often on purpose less equipped with modern commodities such as plumbing or electricity, and are close to forests, lakes, or the sea. Möki is a place for relaxation and spending time with family. Family-owned mökis have usually been around for many generations and are filled with precious memorabilia. Some peace and quiet. Finally, the last weeks on Sirpa's sofa really got the best of me. I'm lucky to have family that cares, even if they drive me mad. When the whole family was here, only a handful of us had room to sleep inside. We kids were appointed tents, spending the entire night fighting off mosquitoes. Honestly, they might have still have been the best time of my life. Those carefree summers, listening to the humming night forest, rattling of the tent fabric, and sharing whispers and giggles with cousins. Sometimes my cousins would tell ghost stories, and then everyone would lay stone awake inside their sleeping bags. I was going to take you here and recount the most gruesome stories to you. I know you would have liked it. Okay. Oh, ich kann crouchen. Kalender. There we go. Kalender set to Johannes. Midsummer. Midsummer is the astronomical middle of the year, close to the summer solstice. The festivities in Finland include spending time with friends and family, burning bonfires, or building a maypole in the area. Midsummer jubilees originate from folk beliefs of guter Gott sind das Wörter, commemorating the deity of weather, Ukko. The festival so ensured fertility and good crops for the coming year. Later Christianity placed the birthday of John the Baptist on this date, from which Johannes, the Finnish word for midsummer, originates. No one has been here since last fall. No wonder the place is a bit dusty. It's understandable that Dad and Aunt Sirpa didn't want to come here on this day. Midsummer Eve was special to Grandma. She decorated the front door with young birch trees on each side. She would oversee the tidying of the cottage, delegating tasks to us grandkids. We would, of course, start goofing around as soon as she turned her back. Late in the evening, while the grown-ups were enjoying dinner, we kids would play the wooden block game and try to beat Grandma's high score. You could sense the smell of fresh new potatoes, butter and dill, herring and spirits coming from the cottage. To us kids, Midsummer Night was also magical, and we would sometimes attempt casting spells. Pick 7 flowers and place them under your pillow. You would dream of your future partner, Mom explained. Nowadays, Midsummer means spending the night with loved ones. We were planning to be here tonight together, but it's better this way. Licht. Cool. Oh. Okay. There's a really good recipe for traditional beer in here. Ein paar Zutaten. It looked like they were having so much fun. One evening, my dad and Grandpa were trying cups of sake on the beach as the sun was setting. I think I was a kid back then, looking curiously at their sluggish mannerisms through the porch fence. Their voices were rising with each cup and became louder. They looked like they became stronger with every drink. Suddenly they were on their feet, wrestling and wobbling towards the bushes. They looked like they were hugging and patting one another on their cheeks and head. Grandma rushed to the porch and quickly ushered me inside. We were sitting on the kitchen counter, had a splash on another. Then silence. Grandma brought me a glass of black currant juice, stroked my hair, and said, "You're safe here." Wir gehen das mal systematisch ab. Candele. Why is this still here? The 2,000-year-old wooden string instrument is known all around the Baltic Sea area. In the Finnish national epic, Kalevala, the hero makes a candele out of the jawbones of the northern pike. The initials are still visible on the wooden sidebar. What? I guess no one dared to take the instrument back to the city before winter came. After Grandpa passed away, Grandma played by the lake at dusk. As she played, there would be no echo on the lake. Everything stood still, silently listening. Come to think of it, even the wind had calmed in the treetops. I remember slowly walking to the porch and leaning against the beams, listening to her. I could hear a soundless cry as she sat at the end of the pier. Nein, wir taken mal keinen Nap. This image on the rug. Ein Baum. A long, tufted tapestry dating as far back as to the Viking times. The ornamented textile style is unique to Finnish tradition, later as revived folk art. Still hanging. When I was little, the images on the rug fueled my imagination in the night. I wonder if they were the source of Grandma's bedtime stories, of times that were and times that were past, as she would introduce them. It was important to her to tell the same tales over and over again, which I would not really understand. The same themes about the lake, the birds, and Midsummer Night would always be present. As I grew older, I gradually lost interest in her stories. Nothing beats old-fashioned Finnish Schlager. I thought of the first snow from many winters ago. We made a snow lantern to keep the darkness out, as Grandma put it. Was sind das Holz, was da irgendwie so hergeflogen ist? So. Take a nap. Welcome, Trevor. You're finally awake. We need you down here. Darkness has taken root. What do you mean? We need you to come back. Make haste. Come back where? Follow me to Alinen, the realm of dreams beneath worlds. Is this a dream? Why do I feel restless? Dark roots are taking over. Take the sapling down before it is too late. Roots? What do you mean? Darkness is covering all ground and reaching for the skies. It must be stopped. You have the strength of Baki. You're more powerful than you dare to remember. I feel like I don't know myself anymore. I'm waiting for you underneath it all. You will know what to do when the time comes. Na schön. Please come back. I'm sure we can work it out. I miss you. Don't spend midsummer alone. Please don't make it any harder than it is. Okay, kann nicht antworten. Oh, magpie. Grandma's taxidermized this bird after Grandpa shot it. He has many beliefs in Finnish folklore. Usually it is the bearer of misfortune and bad news. However, sometimes you see the bird as a sought-after omen. Its lively and up-spirited habitus are preferred qualities in a person. One summer, the magpies were going crazy. Every morning you wake up to their crows. I could hardly get any sleep. Finally, Grandpa fetched his shotgun and took care of it. He put one of the loudmouths, as he called them, on a wall to remind us how nature needs to be tamed. We never knew why the birds were so rolled up by then. Come to think of it, the summer we also had some odd fish wash ashore. The bulgy-eyed perch seemed okay, but their scales would shine in tons of bright purple. When I mentioned this to Grandma, she hurried me away from the kitchen and continue baking something. She wouldn't let us take the rowing boat further out than the pier that summer, especially not near the big rock in the distance. This was Grandma's favorite chair. Kann man da drin bewegen? Nö. Ja. Okay, kann ich irgendwas machen? Ist ja immer hell. Wir wollen nicht lang geschlafen. We are tasting herring and spirits. Hey, remember to heat up the sauna. Of course, I will get the red bucket. Who do you take me for? Then it will make me feel better. Thanks, Dad. He's right. Then we get some wood and fill up the water bucket. Jawohl. Mal schauen. Makes me wonder. Put some wood in the fire. Oh, my cousin often told a tale about a woman in the lake who lured children to the doom. Seems so stupid now. Place bucket. I bet you can't beat my record on a wooden block game. Next time we duel. I remember Grandpa making it years ago. Think I saw it on the porch. Game on. I will turn my phone off now. Ja, du Handy weg. Danke. Sorry for spamming. You must enjoy yourself. I missed my dad as a boy, even when he was around. No one was the same after the war. Grandpa did his best. All I need is to be with my own thoughts. Thank you for support, Dad. You just keep yourself hydrated. With water, Dad. Ja. Wie geht das? Brauche ich mehr Holz? Sauna. Small house or room for bathing and enjoying the warmth and steam emitting from a stove. Traditional sauna is heated up by wood. But nowadays town apartments use electricity. A good temperature for the sauna is approximately 70 to 90 degrees Celsius. Inside the sauna, water from a bucket or is thrown on the hot stones. The modern Finnish sauna dates back hundreds of years. The oldest form of Finnish saunas covered earth pits. Blah blah. Center of socializing and health benefits. Gnomes took care of buildings and belongings, but if they were left ungratified, gnomes would do their mischief. If you hear banging from the stove, it is the sauna gnome saying hello. The old sauna makes me think about how important this has been. Grandma was born in a sauna. I guess not this one. But back in rural Finnish Karjala, where saunas were central to people's life, as a young girl she moved to central Finland and later met Grandpa in the same village where they lived. Maybe it was love at first sight. Ha! What would I know of that? I was left with the short end of the stick. I should heat up the sauna soon. Some peace and quiet is what I need. This is the only place where I can hear my thoughts. Ja, wenn mir jemand sagt, wie das funktioniert. Dann gehe ich wohl zuerst baden. Okay. Haben wir das. Ich weiß nicht, was ich machen muss. Wasser, Holz, Ofen brennt. Ah, na dann. Es dampft ja schon. Aber irgendwie hat es keinen Bock. Hm. Ich habe das Gefühl, ich muss irgendein Event auslösen. Aber ich wüsste nicht, was mir fehlt. Hm. Play. Time to beat the high score. To pick up and throw stick. Pick up. Throw. Kann mich nicht bewegen. Ja. The new stove heats the sauna up fast. I bet it's ready. Burnt my toe on the old one as a kid. Grandma put a resin wrap around it. Remember? Okay. Drink. Throw on stove. Keep thinking about the bird from the dream. Schön. Trink leer das. Dafür gibt's Errungenschaft. Wenn man 10-mal Bier trinkt. Was tun wir jetzt da drin? Okay. Used to visit my dreams as a kid all the time. Ja. Ah, that's the stuff. Visiting a cottage is certainly stirring up some old memories. Ja. Remember, this is a magical night. Here's a midsummer's night spell. Run around the cottage, naked 7 times, and you will find love again. Might as well try, thanks. On my way, there goes my towel. You're too superstitious, Dad, even if you found Mom that way. Better give it a try. I could use a little magic. Okay, da kann ich nicht dran. Ich spring da raus. Was ist da? Grandma was so good at this. Okay. Gott. Kann nicht irgendwas Neues machen. Wie kann ich mich denn ausziehen? Muss jetzt wirklich 7 Mal da herumlaufen? Must have had a few beers too many. Where's that weird bird going? Feel a bit drunk. Should I be taking the boat? Ich glaube, mir bleibt nichts anderes übrig. KI steuern? Nö. Okay. Mysterious rock painting. I definitely haven't seen this here before. Hallo? Ist ja nicht so hell. Danke. Kriege ich bitte mein Handy? Nö. Okay. Ugh. What just happened? Where am I? I need to get to dry land. Was ist mir nicht? Ich würde gern wissen, was da passiert. Okay, nicht viel. Take. What's this doing here? Looks broken. Wo war denn das gerade? bin mir nicht ganz sicher, wie dieses Ding funktioniert. Okay, das geht noch weiter. Ich schätze mal, ich könnte dort auch hin, aber ich glaube, dort ist es richtig. Geht's vielleicht noch weiter? Was halt nicht, wie das funktioniert, wenn ich das als zweites Ding mache. Jemand sollte das so rüberhüpfen. Jawohl. So. What was that thing in the water? Bennett, du hast mir's ja nicht gesagt. Water demon. A creature from folklore living in the water, sometimes portrayed as a beautiful woman that transforms into an ugly creature when approached. Neck is believed to snatch children and take them underwater. It is said that throwing rocks into the water and calling the creature will protect you from harm. Müsst ihr nur wissen, wie's heißt. My heart is racing. What was that thing? Its sound in my ears is making my skin crawl. Those pale, thin hands. Inhuman. This place. Dead. Dead, the creature with its wet, flowing hair. Why does it all seem so familiar yet foreign? I mean, certainly I am going insane, but this scent, these sounds, this forest. I have been here before, haven't I? The mist here feels cold, just like the mist back at the cottage on the day I saved cousin Towner from drowning. He had been laying under the pier for a while before I pulled him out. I was shaking. I managed to call for Grandma. She came running down to the rushes and cut her bare legs in the reeds. She grabbed onto my younger cousin and threw him on the ground. I remember falling beside her as I watched her try to bring air back into his lungs. She held him tight and sang a melody I had never heard before. He was fine the next day. All this time I had thought I was just shock that had it was just shock that had made me see blood on Grandma's dress and claw marks on Tono's arms. I'm not so sure anymore. Hm. Moment. So. Collect. Ha! It just attached itself to the candele. Phew! I made it across the water without getting pulled under, thanks to this instrument, a broken candele that's missing most of its strings. The candele seems to have more power here, whatever this place is. I wish I knew how to play it. In my hands it's clearly out of tune and sounds a little weird, nothing like my grandma used to play. Wonder what it would sound like if I made it whole again. Maybe then it could be strong enough to get me out of here? Grandma could make the forest and the lake silent when she played. Surely that wasn't a coincidence. I have a feeling that there are more strings to be found in this place. Is this tree from my dream? Achso, das war der andere Sound. Da hinten brennt's. Rune. You do not belong here. I sense there's no Vicky in you. There must be a way to destroy this tree. I need to search this place for answers. The Great Oak. The Great Oak is considered sacred in many traditions. In the Finnish epic, a tree grows so enormous that it binds together the earth and sky. A humble man finally succeeds to chop down a tree, setting free the skies and thus finishing the creation of the world. In Finnish ancient folklore, the Great Oak is regarded as the connection between the sky and the earth, and its bark is durable like iron. The one who defeats the tree receives infinite luck in life, love, and magic. That cannot be overshadows everything in sight. This is what the bird was talking about. I need to help. Maybe this cantaloupe could work against the dark tree. Maybe when Grandma played, the forest stood still. She controlled the trees. I need to learn how to play. If I help out here, I may find a way back home. Even though it feels weird even wanting to go back when you have no one waiting for you. I feel more lost than ever. What if I pluck the wrong strings and just make things worse? Eine Vase oder so? Also das ist nur der Effekt, wenn ich dorthin gehe. Hallo Vogel. Mama Sauna. Gott, das ist ja weitläufig. Bring ingredients. I think I need to bring something here. Capstone. A capstone or the fishless stone is a large stone or a part of a bigger rock that has several cup-shaped carved dents. These man-made formations are thought to be a place of worship. People have placed grains or milk in the cups in exchange for luck or fruitful harvest. Sometimes capstones are found near fields and crops. Rainwater gathered in the cups was considered to have healing powers. Looks familiar. I have seen similar patterns on another stone at the cottage neighbor's field. We played around there as a kid secretly, afraid of being spotted. I remember stroking the dents on the rock and coming to the conclusion that they must have been caused by dinosaurs' teeth. When I told Grandma, she sharply looked at me and told me not to mess with the stone. Being here brings up memories I thought I had forgotten. One day when Grandma had errands with the neighbors, I snuck out in secret and zigzagged behind tree trunks following her. As she reached the field, I hid behind some hay in a nearby ditch. She stepped in front of the stone and took a bottle of sati out of a woven basket. She held it against the sun and began to pour its contents on the stone, muttering words under her breath. It was not liquid pouring from a bottle. Small grey snakes with yellow temples crawled from the bottle mouth onto the stone cups. A boiling and hissing sound began to circle the stone. The snakes started to evaporate into steam. Grandma stood calmly as it faded away. Suddenly she glanced over and showed in the direction I was sitting. Her eyes had a yellowish gleam, but as soon as she blinked, the same caring eyes reappeared. She picked up her basket and began to make her way to the cottage with a tiny smirk on her face. When I went to see the stone, the cups were empty. I feel a closeness towards this place, whether it's a memory or even something inherited. I'm not afraid. Mason of beer, make of sati, took beads of barley, heads of hops, blades of soft grass, put floral nectar on top. So she placed all to boil. Moment. All to boil, and fill the golden brew on the stone to seethe. Okay. Hello, Grandma. Is it you? No answer. Ja, da kämen wir erstmal nicht rein. Weiß nicht, was das tut, aber ich tue es mal dorthin. Kann der Stein mal weggehen da? There go the hops. I need to find 3 more. Okay. Hm. Okay, dat dürfte kein Weg sein. Ja. Get over here, Jar. Okay. Giant's cattle. Don't you know where we are? Trust me, Cousin Tono said once when we were exploring the forest. We came across a large hole in the ground filled with water. Tadpoles were swimming near the rock walls, and green moss decorated the edges. The mirror surface was shining slowly in the siloed sunlight. I got on my knees and peered down. As I looked up, I saw no trace of Tauno. He had pranked me into the forest and vanished. I stared at my reflection in the water. Oddly craving to look deeper in the hole, I began to sway. Suddenly I found myself in the water, sinking deeper into the pool, quickly hitting the dark bottom. I was running out of air when a scaly fish-like arm grabbed me and pushed me to the surface. I managed to drag myself over the edge again, panting and coughing. Somehow I wandered back to the house. Cousin Tana wasn't allowed in the cottage that night. Never talked about it again. Wir könnten ruhig ein bisschen schneller gehen. Dann gehen wir jetzt mal zu der Seite. Where the last two. Den Nektar tragen wir auch schnell mit. Und dann schauen wir, was da hinten so ist. Da ist gar nichts, okay. Nee. Okay. Da ist irgendwie nichts. Was ist denn der große Baum? Snowball. Ah. Place reminds me of Grandma's old tales. A linen is a place underneath our reality. Time and space do not matter as ancient forest echoes and offer guidance in the space of aeons. A linen can teach us about the darker sides of ourselves and reveal hidden truths. I'm beginning to understand. They're coming back to me, the stories Grandma told. It has been ages. I thought I forgot. Now the tales seem to have to become reality. Tales about a world with strange hues in the night sky, mythical creatures and forest underneath, a place of wonders and terrors. She told us cousins that there is nothing to fear from her bedtime stories. Gloomy swamps are filled with lucky hidden treasures, and old dark cottages are reminders of warm homes and fond memories. Grandma said that Alinen was a frightful place only for those who let it be one. You only face the terrors that your mind can conjure, she said. Damn it, how do I conjure myself out of here? Come to think of it, she was clearly preparing us for something. So, Stein. Kommen da jetzt auch Schlangen raus? Okay. Drink. This drink, I feel more in tune with Kantele. Mana. In Finnish folklore, Veki implies life force or stamina. Veki may also mean magical abilities, folk or spirits. Sometimes the word is translated to English as mana. Magical objects such as bear thief or dew gathered during Midsummer's Night might possess powerful Veki. The dark liquid is radiating warmth inside my chest. I feel it running through my fingertips. I know what to do with the candela. As long as the instrument is whole, I know how to play. This trip will be no match for me now. The stars are showing me the way, the correct music of light and play. That's how Grandma would describe her candlelit music. Music coming to her when sitting in the forest. Sounds and hues would appear on their own if the timing was right. She would take a sip of salt and begin to memorize with the chiming of the wind among tree branches. Ich glaube, ich muss den anderen Weg gehen. Schreck mir nicht so. Gehen wir zu dem großen Baum, den ich irgendwie verloren gehabt habe. So, und jetzt? The birds spruce lies. All is well here. See how I reach the skies. I will never let you leave. Even your grandma could not beat me. Your broken candle is useless. Okay, ich schätze mal, ich muss noch ein paar Sachen machen. These flames feel familiar. Will-o-wisps are usually airy flickering lights on swamp surfaces when seen from far away. They believed to glow near hidden treasures, especially around Midsummer's Eve. Some stories talk about mistreated children and their souls as the origin of will-o-wisps. Others said that it is just swamp gas. These terrifying sounds bring back a memory I've pushed aside. As a child, I had this recurring nightmare. In a dream, it's just after dark, and a flickering light catches me at the edge of the forest surrounding the cottage. Despite all the warnings about going out alone in the night, I feel a pull, a curiosity towards the shine coming from between the marsh and rocks. The forest is drawing me in. I push through the branches, ignoring how they scrape my shoulders. As I get closer to the light source, the stifling cry, like a child in agony, so piercing it makes me tear up. Small, tiny hands reaching out from the no visible blue flames. Before I know it, the flames begin to latch onto me. I can't escape anymore. The icy burn spreads quickly, binding my limbs like flaming vines. I'm freezing and burning at the same time. Suddenly I hear the sound of a candle in the distance. A gust of wind rushes into the flame, setting me free. A loud shriek, then silence. I fall to my side on the ground. Tired and in shock, I look at the starry sky above me and see a bright bird flying over the dark treetops. Strangely, it makes me feel so safe that I don't even want to answer the worried calls coming from the cottage. I would always wake up on a bedroom floor. Right now, recalling this dream, it feels as tangible as a memory. Can't even tell what's real anymore. Und irgendwie 6 Strings zu finden oder so. Huh, isn't this Grandpa's old car? This Grandma's old Beetle, or like another version of it. Grandpa was always hammering away on it. This one looks totally busted, like he never worked on it at all. I don't even know when it fell apart. It was like that car, unfinished, not knowing exactly what was missing in me. I'm beginning to remember bits and pieces of the past. The good and the bad. If only I could get out of here and fix how I left things with you. Irgendwie ist es finster, aber die Sonne scheint. What is the sensation I'm feeling? Noch 4 Strings. Noch 3. Keine Ahnung, wie das Ding funktioniert. Ich drücke einfach random herum. Noch 2. Ich habe absolut keine Ahnung, was ich da mache. Muss ich den ganzen Weg jetzt zurück, keine Ahnung mal? That's the last one of the strings. Somehow I feel whole again. Is this the same spiral shape I have seen before? Yatuli Maze. Our garden is a round stone symbol found in Finnish areas. The symbol of maze tradition is shared also elsewhere in Europe and can be dated far back in history. Some say the European maze is for capturing demons. When I was young, Grandma once took me to see a stone garden like this. She told me that it was an old gateway, a relic from a better time. She often decorated her home back in the city with small rock gardens like these. I'll be able to leave this place soon, she would say. Even more so after Grandpa passed away. Maybe she was trying to build a way out of this, as crazy as it sounds. This stone spray is very familiar to the bright symbol at the rock where my boat went over. Maybe Grandma was right in calling a garden a gateway. Should I step in? I have nothing to lose at this point. I can hear humming in my ears. The stones might react to the cantelli I'm carrying around. Okay. Der wächst ein bisschen. Der Mond ist irgendwie heller geworden. Muss ich da hin? Keine Ahnung. Ich kann mir das denken. Er verkleinert es wieder ein bisschen. Okay. No. Also du musst jetzt so eine Zeitlupe tun. Oh. Mein Symbol. Touch. Tschüss. Hallo Vogi. Miau. Can you hear it? As you can tell, I remember now. You see how the darkness is finally fading. Beginning to see the good in my life. The great old oak stood against your hopes and dreams. The horizon is beginning to clear. Your wake was restored by wisdom of the past. Let it guide your choices in the future. It's too late to change my story. Your story is made of your choices. Changing it is up to you when the time comes. How do I make things right? Stories make the past and the present come alive. Look for the final chapter in my journal. Hätten wir wenigstens ein Boot tun können? That was close. I nearly drowned. I better get inside. Hier ist noch alles beim Alten. Something has changed here. Grandma's journal. Songs of times that were, and times never past. Music forgotten playing again at last. You searched among blue flames and hollowed stones. Brought light into darkness and the old poems. You chose your path wisely, followed my wings, defeated the sapling. With Becky back home in your heart, your story shall have a fresh new start. I miss you. What if I came over to the cottage? I would like that. You know the way. It was unfair what I put you through. I'll call you tomorrow. I need to go my own way. I hope do too. I would like that. Runo. Okay, scheint nicht mehr viel zu passieren. War ein nettes kleines Spiel über finnische Kultur, nennen wir es mal so. War süß. Dann Dankeschön fürs Zuschauen. Vielleicht sehen wir sie mal wieder. Ich wünsche euch noch einen schönen Abend.